McDavid. Moves in, McDavid goes upstairs! What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 39 of this NHL 21 Edmonton Oilers Franchise Mode here in Oil Country. If you guys have missed any episodes up to this point, make sure you go up into that top corner of the video right now. There will be a card with a link to the entire playlist so you can get caught up on all the videos that you have possibly missed. Also, don't forget to go down below, consider dropping a like on the video if you do enjoy this episode. We're trying to hit 1,200 subscribers as well, so if you guys haven't yet, please consider dropping a sub, and also turn on notifications if you haven't so you get notified when these videos come out and they hit your inbox. Anyways, guys, now that I've done that spiel, let's get into this. We have got the 2031 NHL entry draft coming up. There are some good-looking prospects in here, too, that I am quite intrigued for. So the main guy here being a little bit later on, Pedro Chipchura, NHL ready. I'm also eyeing up Alex Mara. I think he could be a really good defenseman, too. So, you know, if things don't pan out, I'm trying to trade up in the draft is essentially what I'm saying. But we also have a couple contracts that we need to look into here before we actually get going on anything else. Those two big contracts consist of McDavid Draisaitl and Jakob Chychrun. I want to try to sign Draisaitl for 2 more seasons until he's 37. If we do 3, honestly, 3 more years is not that bad. But he is $9 million, and we only have $18 million in cap space. So if we go 9.05 times 85%, we're looking at $7.7 million. That is honestly a really, really cheap deal for McDavid Draisaitl. If he doesn't take the extension here, then we'll just offer him a bigger contract once we hit free agency. Okay, 11.35 million for Jakob Chychrun is what he wants. Times that by 85%, we're looking at a $9.65 million contract, which is doable for him for 4 years. To remember, guys, remember as well, he is 33, so not too many huge years left for Chychrun, in my opinion, but that's my opinion. Then we got Gordie Sanford here. For 8 years, he wants $2.6 million. Okay. And 85% would be a $2.21 million. Honestly, I'm totally just willing to offer him $2.5 million for the next 8 years. That is a really good contract, and I would love to sign him for that. Let's see. Okay, so looking at goalies. Dang, we got some pieces here. Like, we've got a lot of pieces that we can move around. So I think we do need to keep, what's his face here? I think we need to keep Barkov. I think that would be a smart decision just until Binnington really comes into his own. And to be fair, I was saying Vic Pisani, I can't speak today. Apparently Vic Pisani was going to be our number 1 goalie moving forward here after he gets to the NHL, but honestly Ernesto Binnington could be that guy too. We just seem to have a lot of luck with top-end goalies. Like Parbacker has just been fantastic. The 20th overall pick, he has put together, 100 and something wins, 213 wins. Oh my goodness. He has been fantastic. That's over the course of 6 seasons. He's put together 213 wins. That's crazy. So yeah, that's kind of the team situation. I'm sure we've got a lot of cheap end contracts that we have to do in the system. Yes, we do. Okay, guys like Coupland. Again, these are just stupid cheap contracts for a year or two, which I'm totally willing to sign because these guys are the depth and kind of just entirety of our Bakersfield Condors, which actually they were doing pretty well in the playoffs, to be completely fair. But these 900K contracts don't really go against the cap. Guys, look at Aiden Viggetti. This guy is an absolute monster. Put up 112 points. That's absurd. That is just absolutely ridiculous for a 20-year-old center. He is going to be getting a contract and hopefully making the team very soon. The other guys that I'm interested in to see where they'll go are definitely Fabian Carcillo, and then the other guy is Spencer Roach. And Spencer Roach is actually listed as supposedly ready to play in this team, which is great to see, because if we could get him in place of Pavel Novak, then we don't have to re-sign Novak. But he was a 5th rounder that actually played, like, he's played a decent amount of NHL games for us. I'm not going to lie. He's been pretty good. Played the full 82 there, so that's not bad. He spent a lot of time in Bakersfield, which, you know, maybe stunted his career development a little bit, but at a $1.5 million contract, that's not terrible. $1.3 million. Okay, that's not... I can offer him 1.3 for the next 2 seasons. He is only 29 as well, to be completely fair. Let's see, who else was necessary to sign? I'd say Rissanen, however you say his name. Tomi Rissanen, we should definitely re-sign. Re-sign Rissanen, yes. Who else in here is good? Krog could potentially be making the team here right away. So I'm not going to sign him yet. We could potentially be using him as a trade piece here in this upcoming draft. And I'm not going to sign any other rookies just yet, okay? So that's how things are looking for contracts here. Things are looking really good, to be completely honest, and we're going to head into the draft here. Try to make some trades, make some magic happen at the draft, and I know what I want to do. I don't know if we can pull it off. So I want to try to get picks 7 and 8, which would be fantastic. I think I've got a trade package figured out here as far as what we're going to do for this deal. So I want to go Krog plus Playar, and then maybe one of the goalies too. I'm honestly thinking Vic Pisani, because Binnington is going to be our future star on this team. So if we go Vic Pisani in this deal as well, that is overkill for 1 pick. So that's not great. But what I'm thinking we do is we go in, maybe snag a guy like Smith, grab him as a goalie just to help out with what they're doing. And then if we could grab... I want to grab this pick number 103, and then if we could grab a 2nd rounder from them next year too, I think it's a fair deal right there. We'll see if they take it, because they're getting 3 fantastic prospects. All these guys definitely have potential, and they're definitely going to be good moving forward, but it's more just a matter of, are they interested? Because that's 2 building blocks that you could honestly build an entire franchise around in Vic Pisani as a goalie and Austin? I believe it's Austin. What's Krog's name? Yeah, Austin Krog. Those 2 guys, good enough to build around in St. Louis's opinion, hopefully. So let's see. Is this going to work? It is. Okay. Okay, so we get Jaden Smith, maybe Mark Ryan Smith's son. That's potential. That's a potential storyline there, but he's definitely not going to turn into much. And then I want to try and snag Dallas's 8th overall pick in exchange for some interesting assets. I don't know what you guys are entirely going to think about this, but I want to show you what I'm thinking. So what I'm thinking is we go offer a guy like, I can't believe Clifford Mann has done that like this well, considering he was drafted 160th overall. Like, he has been quite good for this team, honestly. But what I'm considering is Jacob Chychrun. Who else did I have in this deal? Oh, I remember. Okay. We're going to do Jacob Chychrun along with... Wait, where is he? What did I pull for this one? Can't do Draisaitl. There's no way we could do Draisaitl. And Avani, is that enough? That might be. I don't think so, but hold on. The Predators are going to make their pick here. Oh, gosh. Cameron Clark is a nice player. My goodness gracious. How many points did he have? Like 115 with Moose Jaw? Holy. Okay. Okay, let me try. What was the deal I was going to do? I'm trying to remember. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm going to try here. With Dallas, or the Dallas Stars, whatever you want to call them. We're going to try. They have Lafreniere? Really? I thought he was in New York. Or I guess he got drafted by Detroit in this franchise mode. Anyways, for the 8th overall pick, that's all I really want, to be completely honest. Could I go Garrett Ivani, or Ivany, however you want to say his name, as long, or not as long, as well as Jacob Chychrun? Is that enough? It's not. Trade rejected. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to toss a first in here too, to be completely honest. But we don't have a first until 2034. That should be enough to sway the deal, but I don't think it will. I think we'd have to throw a second in. I would do my 2034 second, but I don't think that's enough still. And yeah, still trade rejected. So I'm going to have to do a first rounder here, but we're not trading any current ones. We're trading the 2034 pick there. So, okay. I was like, man, if that doesn't go, it should, and it didn't. Or man, if it didn't, I swear. Al Martindale. Okay. So guys, I've been looking through the draft class, and I'm kind of thinking that we aren't going to need a bunch of later picks. So what I'm going to try and offer here is we're going to try and go picks 128 through, and I don't even want my last pick. I just want like a 5th, 6th rounder around there. Okay, so that's 4th, 2 5ths, and a 6th. Can we send them to Boston in exchange for a 4th, 5th, and 6th next year? I mean, I'd take it, and they take it. All right, so there you go, another trade. Let's get to making our picks now, because I think we're completely set up. Oh, Pittsburgh. Oh, what are you doing? Magnon is not the pick you're looking for at number 5 overall. Rasmussen's nice. Wiseman's nice. Man, that one's got a sting for them. That's bad. Okay. So we are going to take Pedro Chipchura, a little bit off the board, but man, when you're NHL ready, like, and 2, the system fits our team, and 3, he's got an A+ shot. And never mind the 110 points in 65 games. Pedro Chipchura, welcome to the Oilers. 77 overall. Oh my goodness gracious. And we have back-to-back picks with the 8th overall pick. So I'm going to go and draft Alex Mara. I'm hoping he's elite. And man, if we land another defensive defenseman, I'm thinking he's defensive because he's got a half-decent shot, good physical, sees across the board, so he's probably going to be about between 63 and 66 overall. That's what I'm expecting. So let's see. Big risky pick. Okay, he is elite. Nice. Okay, so we go 7 and 8 back-to-back. Land 2 fantastic picks there in Pedro Chipchura and Alex Mara, or Mara, however you want to say it. 44 penalty minutes. He plays a very physical brand of hockey with Owen Sound there, but that's good. We got a prospect for the future to develop. I don't know if we'll see him fully develop, but man, this is looking good so far. So over to pick 64 now, which is the end of round 2. We see Hoagland go as an elite goaltender. We see Josefson go as a low elite 2A forward. I think we knew he was in there, but just could not get the means to draft him. Cormier is another nice low elite. A bunch of decent top 6 players here like Kondrachev, Grabovski, and Gosselin. Those guys are all, or Gosselin, however you want to say it. Those guys are all going to be great players. The rest of the round here we see just the high starter and Forsstrom go at a 72 overall. He's going to be great for, wow, oh my goodness. Look at how many picks. 26. Okay, they butchered a lot of top-end picks, not going to lie. But they got Skew in first round. They got Forsstrom first round. They got Korolev first round. They got Letang first round. That's a lot. They got Barlow first round. That's a lot of first-round picks. My goodness. And didn't we trade for St. Louis too? Didn't they have like the 7th overall pick? So they've just landed a ton of prospects. They're probably going into rebuild mode here, to be honest. But anyways, we got pick not 164, but just 64. And I'm going to take the risk on Tristan Hedeken. You don't get any franchise potential without being somewhat decent. So Shot in the dark, does he turn out? I mean, it wasn't really in the dark. There was still potential there. Yes, it does. Nice. Another medium elite defenseman. I mean, he's very low rated, but that's okay. Elite players are steals. They always hold value, and that's a great way to go about it. So, we get that at the end of round 2. Round 3 does not show too well so far. All right, let's see what we can do at pick number 84. I had a player pinned out that I'm very interested in as well, and he goes by the name of Oscar Silvegaard. I know he's not supposed to get drafted till later, but the pinch and shoot is what's killing me. I would love to get this guy, and man, if he is an elite defenseman, I mean, at worst he's top 4, and he is definitely an elite defenseman, just a very low rated one. So not the greatest stats all around, but you know, development time might turn out to be a key factor there with Oscar Silvegaard. See if the 84th overall pick there in this draft can actually turn out to be something. That would be lovely if he does, but who knows. Over to pick 103 now. And I had another guy I was looking at, this time a goalie. He goes by the name of Jackson McKenzie, sorry. Yeah, Jackson McKenzie. 4-year ETA. Weaknesses in puck handling, stick usage, and rebound control is not great, but B-rated reflex and athletics. I'm hoping he's decent, and Jackson McKenzie turns out to be, okay, a 57 rated starter. Not bad for pick 103. He still might turn out and have a career, but we do have a lot of stiff competition too in net for the future. All right. So round 6 holds just about no value at all. Round 5 sees Angelo Marco go as a very decent medium top 4 defenseman. And that's really about it. Yikes, what a terrible round in round 5. I'm glad we picked where we did. Do we see any other good players go? Bunch of low top 4s. Fortin's 20 years old already. That's why he's 65 rated. Yikes, man. Okay, and Stone was an elite goalie as well. Or not an elite, but a starting goalie as well. Okay, so for our last pick here, I had a guy pinned out that I was looking at. I think he was more based on potential. Yes, sir. That's why. So Kyle Martindale, you know, matches the system. 5-year ETA. He is 19, so that means once he's 24, he can make the league. Still, for a 7th round or 6th round pick, may as well send it, and we don't get to see what happens here, but yikes. Okay, low top 60. So I'm gonna sim the rest of the draft. I honestly, DeMaio is in low elite. Oh, okay. So Boston gets Angelo DeMaio as the last pick of the draft. But overall, a very good draft. We get 4 elite players, 3 elite defensemen, so that is crazy good for the future. You add that into our system that already has a guy like Boris Korolyuk coming up in the future here, as well as like Tomi Niittymaki, Brian Altschuler, there's Geir Altschuler. There are a lot of guys in here that could turn out to be very good players. And now we get to just go into the re-sign phase, make sure certain guys get on our team. And I think Pedro Chipchura is going to get a year in the AHL before he actually makes the league. But, you know, we are also trying to win now, so he might get a spot. Who knows? So we're going to sim to the re-sign phase, see what happens here. And doesn't look like much, but Gordy Sanford signs the 8-year. That is a huge contract for a 21-year-old to sign as far as we get him for a long time. Draisaitl renews his contract at just $7.7 million for 2 years, or maybe 3. I want to say it was 3. So that's good. John Beach resigns, Raymond Fenton resigns. Novak rejects. We didn't offer him enough money. Andreoff, Kupland, Rizanen, all those guys resign. So that's always good. We get a lot of guys re-signed, to be honest, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. The only guy that, man, look at these 2 guys. We drafted them. Where did we draft them, honestly? Russell Barrow was in 2027, and then Vigneault was recent in 2030. So yeah, we got Ribeiro early too. Like, he's still very young. And I am a little worried about how much we might have to pay him. Just simply because he looks like he's going to be a fantastic player moving forward here. Angelo McCarty might be on the move, especially since he didn't have the greatest season ever. But Gordie Sanford, man, I love the $2.5 million contract. Like, that is just so perfect for what this team needed. I mean, as far as the depth goes, too, we've got some good depth players here coming up. Spencer Roach could turn into something special, especially if he fits that second line power forward position. My goodness, that would just be fantastic. But let's see, who else in here? Pavel Novak needs the contract. How much money do we have? Oh, we got $10.5 million. Okay. So we have the financial capabilities to go out and potentially splurge on a top 4 defenseman, which would be very nice because we did just let Jacob Chychrun go. And that is kind of the only thing that I'm looking to really fill out in this team. Everything else is pretty well covered, I would say. As long as we get all the goalies and everybody else re-signed, Simon Brodeur is going to make the Bakersfield Condors this season, and that could be something exciting for the future too. Again, I would love to see him actually turn into something. Alex Mara, we're gonna leave unsigned for a year, and then that is it for those contracts. In net, I'm looking at Zykov for how much money? Oh, okay, he's not even $1 million. That's really nice. Okay, can we sign him for the next 3 years at not $1 million, like $920 or $950? I assume he's going to take that. It's a little bit more than he was asking. So what I think we do now is we go Ernesto Binnington gets time this year. Barkov starts, gets the majority of the play, and Binnington gets some experience. I think that's the best way to go about it, but I also do want to look and try to put Binnington on the same path as Parbacker. So Backer in his rookie year only played, no, he played 49. Then he played 69. And then he made the Oilers. Okay. So maybe we move Barkov or just buy him out too. I don't know. We'll figure that out here right away. I do have the option to buy out players. So yeah. Let's advance the day, see if everyone signs the contracts offered. Simon Brodeur signs, Zadorov resigns, Novak signs, Zykov signs, Binnington can't sign due to full roster, Barkov signs, Liberté signs, Chip Chura signs. All right, so that means we have to go back to goalies here. I'm going to buy out Jaden Smith, whatever his name is. So that looks good. I want to give Binnington the start, but he's only 71 rated, and I want the Condors to compete. So as a backup, I think he's going to be good. And I think that's how we're going to roll for this season. Obviously, we are pretty focused on winning with this team at this point, just based on the fact, too, that, yeah, Saad's not getting a contract, I don't think. But just based on the fact that McDavid Draisaitl are getting to the end of their careers, I do want this team to start performing quite well. I mean, they are performing well, but also in the minors because we want to grow players still. So let's just advance another day, see if those last guys sign those deals. So Binnington does sign. And I am interested to see who the pending FAs are. Not much on defense here. Camper, actually. Oh, Quincy Camper. No, he's defensive. That doesn't help. How do you fit my power play lines when you're... What? Okay. Defenseman. Camper's the only one that's like, yes, that is the guy that I would like to pick up. Sandin, not terrible, but could be better. Cider, none, yikes, okay. Not a whole ton of options here for our team as far as who we can pick up. Lucas Strimbu was a no-go, right? Yeah, Sandino. Okay. Brent Piero's a bottle. No, we're not going to go for him either. Weston Ferrelli could be decent. Actually, yeah, Ferrelli, if he doesn't sign, he's offensive. Which is actually not what we need. Sorry, that's my bad. I'm looking for a defensive. That's kind of the type of defenseman I'm looking for. Especially to play with Cale Makar. He wants a lot of money, so we'll see if he even signs. At 26 years old, I believe they've got restricted free agency on him still. There is not a lot of defensive defensemen in here, which is not great either, because I would like to get one more for our top 6, just based on the fact that we do need better defense. Thank you for constantly resetting, you stupid glitches. Jeez. Okay, Pesci is 36. That's not happening. Gortz, also not happening. Yikes, man. There's literally no defensive defenseman in here that I'm like, yes, I want that guy. Like, okay, well, Walker Gibbons. How do you do, Anaheim? I will trade you for him. Can we even make a trade right now? We cannot. All right, let's send him to free agency. If that Walker guy is still there, we're going to try and get him. For the trade block, as far as that goes, we are looking at nope. Those are the only 2 guys I'm all right with leaving on the block. I don't even know why you would put all our best prospects on the block. Like, I get it, we're in a win now kind of stage, but my goodness gracious, there's no reason to be trying to pull that off. Okay. Camper wants a lot of money. We're not going to be able to pay that. Goalies are always interesting. Like, look at this man. Connor Janaway, 23 years old. Just an absolute freaking monster in net. There's a lot of guys that are actually really good in here still. But we, unfortunately, are not in the hunt for a goalie. We're in the hunt for a... Yeah, we're in the hunt for a top-end player in the defensive style of game. So, Anaheim Ducks have a guy that I'm very interested in. I cannot, for the life of me, remember his name right now. It was something along the lines of he's low value. This guy, Gibbons. Walker Gibbons. Sorry, that's his name. He's a defensive defenseman, fits all the lines, everything. Oh, there's no reason why I wouldn't try to go out and get this guy. He looks fantastic, and he's cheap too. That's the other thing. So for that, I mean, you never know, right? You can always make offers. You never know when they're going to turn out properly. And he's pretty low value too. I could literally trade a guy like, maybe not Carcillo, but like, I could offer up Garguilo along with like a goaltending prospect or a draft pick to get this guy, which is so nice. I'd offer Jackson McKenzie, we just drafted, for Gibbons. Rejected because there's no piece that fits now. I guess that's what they're trying to say. What if we give you the pick? What if we give you like a 3rd rounder, maybe? 3rd rounder? Next year. Next year, 3rd rounder. Next year, 3rd rounder in this deal too. Trade accepted. Beautiful. Okay. So we make another move that fits this team, benefits this team properly. I think Gibbons is going to be great. I think that the only thing we need to do now is go out and see what we can do with $10 million. Whether that be a Matt Barzal, freaking top 6 forward, not bad, or something along those lines, because we've kept our team together so well overall that I'm a little scared how things are actually going to turn out here. As far as just how good our team could potentially be here. We could go for a guy like Sandin for 3 or 4 years as well and just bulk up this top 6. That might be the move. Rasmus Sandin, we've got $10 million. If we even offer Sandin like a 2-year deal at 7.1, I'll take it. I know it's not the exact recommended years that he's requesting, but close enough, man. Like, we got Draisaitl on a cheap contract. We got a lot of guys on good deals. We moved Chychrun when he was going to be 11 point whatever million. And oh, God, our roster's full. That's no good. Oops. So what am I doing here? Who is the odd man out rating-wise? Oh, that's our main roster. Okay. I would say the odd man out would be Martikainen, but it can't be. It's got to be this guy. It's got to be Salmalainen, I believe. Or no, Zadorov. I want to say it's Dmitry Zadorov who's the odd man out. I might be wrong, but yeah, man, this team is so well off. Oh, shoot, we still have to offer. Yeah, that's my bad. We still have to offer this guy a contract. 3 years at, 8 years at 2.8. I don't know why we'd offer him 8 when he's that age, but $2 million, 2.2 million. I'll offer him that. Walker Gibbons, get him in the team, please. Sergei Goldobin might honestly be the odd man out here. I'm not even gonna lie. He's kind of went downhill recently, and that's sad because he was such a good defenseman when we drafted him, and then he just never turned into anything properly. And that's the only thing that I have a regret on as far as our defensive corps goes, really. So, let's go find a trade for... I hit find trade, you leggy game. For Salmalainen. That's his name. This guy right here. What can I get for Salmalainen? Nothing. But if I go Salmalainen and a third, or like a fourth. Not even close. Fourth rounder and a left winger named Salmalainen. I just want a pick back in exchange. Oh my goodness. This is just annoying now. I'm going to have to propose a trade when I could just find deals normally. So, okay. Let's get this done already. Our right wing is looking so sexy right now. Holy crap. Salmalainen and the third... or fourth, I guess, in exchange for... Anybody want both of them? Nobody wants Salmalainen at all. Who wants our pick? Vegas. Sure, let's go with Vegas. Can I grab your fourth rounder? Please? Okay, good. We clear up the roster spot. Yeah, okay. Markus Salmalainen apparently was just the coolest guy in the dressing room. But he can't play like Rasmus Sandin, okay? That's why I'm making this move. It's the literal only reason why. Semyonov? Yeah. Dmitry Semyonov I would go for, but there's just no reason to at this point because we don't know how good he's going to be. I actually kind of want to go for younger or older players because it means they have experience and might actually play well in the playoffs and in the regular season. So, yeah, come on, Sandin. Get me that contract. I want to sign, or I want you on our team. So, we get Walker Gibbons. Okay, that's good. He's signed up. And we get Rasmus Sandin. Let's go to the next season. Check out this absolute monster of a team that we have put together here through the offseason. And, yeah. All right, so for the 2031/32 Oilers roster, we're looking at Draisaitl, McDavid, Ribeiro on the top line. Eves, Vigneault, and Yamamoto on the second line. Sanford, Wyman, and McCarty on the third. And then Roach, Halverson, and Spencer on the fourth line there. So you can see 3 out of 4 +3 chemistry. This forward group is looking very good, like they could win another cup again. And then on the defensive side, we have Sandin in here now. He's playing with Cale Makar on the top pairing since Chychrun got traded. And then we have Gibbons playing with Bouchard for the +5. And then we have Yamamoto and Clifford Mann playing on the bottom pairing, a very good bottom pairing. As far as defense goes here, goaltending goes, we have Parbacker and Stanislav Zykov in net. Very good tandem. They've won the cup twice now, I believe. And then for the special teams, +5 power play 1 and +3 power play 2. Looking really good overall there with those teams. Power play 4-on-4 is just +1 chemistry. You guys can take a look there. If I need to change anything, I think that's the only one I'd change, but that looks pretty good. Leave comments below. PK is looking pretty good. We've got 0 and +1 on the chemistry. Usually it's negative, so that's really good. And then 3-man power plays are at 0, which is also really good. You guys can take a look through the extras here too. Again, if I need to change anything, just comment below. And yeah, this team is just looking like they're gonna win another cup, honestly. So yeah, that is the Oilers team. For the Bakersfield Condors, we've actually got some pretty good prospects developing down in the minors. So the big names are obviously Aiden Viggetti, 21 years old, power forward. He looks like he could make the NHL in a year or two. And then Pedro Chipchura at just 18 years old looks like he could be a force as well. If those guys can get rolling, they're going to be scary. And that's the offense for the Condors. And then the defense is, again, the main focus of this team. Altschuler and Niittymaki are both a great pairing. Again, only 2 years of development for these guys now, and they're both, or all three of them, I guess, they're all drafted in the same year. They're all looking really good. We also have Simon Brodeur in now at 20 years old. He looks like he might be able to make the league eventually, and he fits the system, so that is the main thing there. For goaltending, we have Marku Barkov in net. That 7th round pick that we made way back in 2024 is looking really good. And then Ernesto Binnington, the rookie, up to a 73 overall, just 20 years old. He looks like he could be really good as well. So that is the Bakersfield Condors, that's the rosters, and that is where we're going to wrap up the video. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you go down below, drop a thumbs up on the video. It helps out the channel a lot, and it only takes a second. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see ya.